while they're also already trying to fix up a terrible situation. But this is a very well-timed retirement. They didn't really... They couldn't go into the tournament this year because of COVID. So it's not like he has anything left to prove. And he can't build on his legacy. His legacy is as high as it's going to get. Like Tom Brady, he's not going to retire. It's clear. But, I don't know if Brady's legacy can be lifted higher than it already is. It is as high as it can possibly be right now. All he can do is break through the wall that he's kind of stuck at right now. But he's as far as he can go. And he's getting up there in age too, Coach K. So, I think this is a very well-timed retirement, and I feel bad for the guy who's going to have to replace him. Actually, I shouldn't even say replace. You're not going to replace him. There is no replacement for Coach K. I feel bad for the guy that's coming after him. Coaching them after him. That's the guy I feel bad for. Not the guy who's... Because you're not going to replace him. You don't replace Aaron Rodgers. You don't replace Tom Brady. You don't replace Bill Belichick. You don't replace... I don't know who's another great coach. No one replaced Vince Lombardi or Bill Walsh, It was just the guy that came after. Robert Saleh replaced Adam Gase. There's certain people you can replace, but guys like Bill Walsh, Vince Lombardi, Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, Coach K, even Aaron Rodgers, you can argue, you can't replace. You can't replace LeBron. I wouldn't even say LeBron replaced MJ, because MJ really put basketball on the map. Obviously, basketball got popular in the 80s when Bird and Magic. I think they really put it on the map, but MJ kind of made it like people knew of basketball because of Bird and Magic, but I think they liked it and thought it was cool because of MJ. So I don't think you're going to replace him. You can be better than him, but you're not going to replace him. You can be better than LeBron, you're not going to replace him because you're not going to be another LeBron. You see another MJ. We saw Kobe. That was the other MJ. We're not going to see another LeBron. Like I said yesterday, Luka is the closest thing to him right now. No one else is close to LeBron right now. Obviously, people are good. Giannis is good. He won 2 straight MVPs. He contended for another one this year. But he's nothing like LeBron. He's not the all-around player that LeBron was. And Luka, people forget, because LeBron has kind of fell off a bit defensively in the last 5 years. LeBron was a good defender. And with the Heat, he was a great defender. Luka isn't a good defender. But you're not going to replace these guys. You don't replace an MJ, a Brady, a LeBron, any legend. You can't replace a legend. It's impossible. Alright, let's get some music on. Alright, let's wait for the internet. Alright, I think I got it. There we go. So, Anthony Davis is questionable tonight. Or no, he's a game time decision, my bad. With AD, he's not... This is why he's a 2. He's not consistent enough with his health to be a 1. Can I read you guys all of his injuries in the past... He's 28, by the way. Anthony Davis is 28 years old. He's had a concussion, a chest contusion, back spasms, torn labrum, left shoulder sprain, right shoulder sprain, adductor strain, groin strain, bruised tailbone, right hip contusion, left index finger sprain, fractured left hand, left knee MCL strain, right Achilles tendinosis, left ankle sprain, left toe sprain. The dude is 28 years old. His shoulder is destroyed. He's had a concussion before. His ankles are terrible. He is brittle. He's had 16 minor to major injuries in his career. He is too injury prone and he's not consistent enough with his health to be a 1. And I've said he's a phenomenal 2, but he's not as good a 2 as people make him out to be. And I mean, when healthy, he's probably the best 2 in the league. But the problem with him being a 2 is that you can't count on him to stay healthy. So, I mean, I don't know if he really is the best 2 in the league, because he gets injured a lot. Alright, here's another guy that's not a 1. It's weird for this guy. I've actually pointed it out. So, Kawhi yesterday, he missed the final 3 to end the game. And it's not a big deal. MJ and LeBron, they miss more shots than people like to remember, normally. MJ and LeBron, they miss a lot at the end of the games. It's just people don't like to remember those moments. But Kawhi, he missed a shot yesterday. And here's the thing about Kawhi. He's not like Kyrie, who is a great player, but can't... He's not like Kyrie and AD, where you're a great player, but you can't win as a number 1. You have to be a number 2. But he's also not a LeBron, where you can win as a 1, either. So he's somewhere in the middle of a 1 and a 2. He's probably a 1.5. I don't know. It's weird. But he's in his... I think Colin Cowherd and Joy Taylor worded it best today. He's an assassin, not a leader. Like, he doesn't lead the troops to rally at the end like Tom Brady does in the NFL. He's there to get the job done and get you easy points and steal the ball on defense. That's his job. And he does it incredibly well. But he's not a leader. But he is great. And, yesterday I praised the Clippers. I was positive about them. They had new life, but I kind of was brought back to reality last night watching the game. Even if they get past the Mavs, they're probably not getting past the Jazz. So, we'll see what happens there. Alright, another Dan Campbell thing. I love when, what's-his-face? I wanted to talk about this because I agree with Colin Cowherd on this. Like, Campbell is, he was not a good hire. That wasn't good by them. That was a bad choice. But, so Dan Campbell wore an actual helmet to a press conference. And, it would be funny if he had... there's... If you're like a legend, you can do stupid things. Like Brady, if anyone else threw the Super Bowl trophy across a boat, they'd be considered stupid. But it was Brady who's won 7 rings, so it wasn't considered stupid, it was considered funny. And crazy at the same time. Especially since it was Brady who's not normally doing that. But I think it's funny if Andy Reid comes out and does it, because he's like kind of a legend. Reed has done a great job, but Campbell hasn't. I don't know if... I like that he's goofy, but I just don't know. I don't know. I don't trust him as a coach. I don't. I trust him as a comedian, but not as a coach. Alright. So Matt LaFleur doesn't know if Aaron Rodgers will show up to OTAs yet, and like I said, I really think Aaron is using this Jordan Love stuff as leverage. I really do. I mean, I think he's just using the fact that he has evidence to back it up that Jordan Love isn't ready to play. And if he makes the playoffs, is not even close. Sorry. He's not even close to playoff ready. And I really do feel bad for LaFleur here, though. He is right in the middle. I think I said this before. You don't want to disrespect Brian Gutekunst, but you don't want to upset Aaron Rodgers more than he already is. So it is tough. It is tough right now from Matt LaFleur. And I really feel bad for him because you hear him kind of having a tough time during the interviews. He's like, hopefully he'll eventually show up to OTAs. I don't know. But it is tough for Green Bay right now. It's not easy to be a Green Bay. This is the first time it's been tough to be a Green Bay fan. The 2 years that the Packers didn't make the playoffs, when we had Brett Hundley, I wasn't worried as a Packers fan because I was going to Aaron Rodgers back. But then he came back and didn't make the playoffs. That was only the time I recall being this worried about the Packers. Other than that, I wasn't at all worried. Never at all. But right now I'm worried because we might lose Aaron Rodgers. Alright, so the Clippers yesterday blew it. They blew it. And, this adds to my point. Kawhi isn't a leader. And, but he is the star of the team. The Clippers don't really have a leader. I'd say Rondo, and I think I've recited this before. Greg Popovich once said when they traded him to the Raptors, Kawhi was a great player. He wasn't a leader. It was Manu and Patty Mills. Those were the leaders. I think Rondo right now is the leader. Like with Brooklyn, I heard some people say this actually. They said they don't think Kyrie's a leader, and he's not. And they don't think Kevin Durant's a leader, but he might be. I don't know. It's tough. Because Kevin Durant, he was young when he was on the Thunder. I don't know if we want to say he wasn't a leader then. He was young. I don't know if we should throw that on him yet. But with the Warriors, he had all those stars. It was tough to tell if he was actually a leader. Now he's on the Nets. I guess you can say he's kind of a leader, but like they said, they were like, Spencer Dinwiddie, it might be the leader. And he might be, I would prefer, I don't know. KD and Dinwiddie, I think, Dinwiddie left, though, didn't he? I think he left. I don't know. Did he? I don't know. I have to check their roster. I'm pretty sure he left. Oh, no, he didn't. He got injured. Oh. He had an ACL. Oh, that's tough. But, I can agree with that.